Hey, everybody.
Hi.
God, geez, it's coming out both ends with this guy tonight. Don't ask.
It's the Jimm.
Dave's
Beer review. There we go.
Dave, what's on tap for this beer review?
We've got some Evil Twin Brewing from Molotov Heavy. Or is it the other way around?
Evil Twin from Molotov Heavy. I think that's a town outside of Boise, Idaho. Not really. It says on the can here, Dave, Molotov Heavy from Evil Twin Brewing is 17.2% alcohol by volume. This is an Imperial.
This says 17.20, but if you go to the website, it says 18%.
Well, maybe that's the latest edition. You know, it's tough to make that consistent when you do this sort of stuff. This is Imperial India Pale Ale. Whoa.
This is Imperial Ale. Isn't
this a...
Did that say Indian?
India.
This one says American Imperial IPA.
Well, that's that description on that. That's not their website.
Does that say heavy? What does that one say? It
says Molotov Heavy.
Molotov Cocktail Heavy.
That's not the right one.
That's not the right one. Well, how dare
Way to go, Dave. Well, listen, I'll read the can in the meantime. It says here, by the way, I think it's 17%. This is just an Imperial. This is like a triple IPA, not a double IPA.
Molotov Heavy. Molotov Heavy. It's the same thing it says here, right here, Molotov Cocktail Heavy.
That says Molotov Cocktail.
Yes, this one says Molotov Heavy Evil Twin Brewing. Well, and here you have a picture of that.
Either one, something's wrong.
Something's wrong, definitely.
The picture's wrong.
The picture's wrong.
Maybe they changed the name of it.
Maybe they changed the picture.
Despite the crudeness, it is tricky to make an effective Molotov Heavy. Now, despite the unruly nature of the Rebel, it is very tricky to resist accepted conventions.
Does that say heavy or cocktail?
It says Molotov Heavy.
This one says Molotov Cocktail.
That's the picture.
No, that's his. Okay. Right. No, cocktail. That's the bomb. Molotov Cocktail. Bomb.
Oh, well, that's what we're talking about there. Now, Molotov Heavy is a tour de force in rebellious hoppiness. It is a heavy spark for action and is by far one of the anti-authoritative beers ever made by Evil Twin Brewing. For some reason, I thought this was going to be a stout, but I guess it's just a dark label. Produced and canned by Evil Twin Brewing at Westbrook Brewing Company, Mount Pleasant, South Carolina. Oh, that's interesting. Now, you'll notice that this is the standard silver can, but it has a label on it. And I see a lot of breweries doing this time, especially if they contract brew out to other people to brew stuff. You know, I can imagine this is probably better for the environment this way. You know, you have a paper label on there, probably makes it easier to recycle. I've never taken a bunch of aluminum and melted them down.
I think these people have taken over the clown shoes department here because they got so many different kind of weird kind of beers that
are good for them. You know, it's kind of nice that they try to stretch out the boundaries of what's acceptable. A little bit of glom in the bottom of the glass here. I'm getting rid of that. All right, I should pour my friend first.
That's okay.
Let's go up halfway here. Give it a chance to settle. So 17.2. That is like I said. This is a.
That's like four beers almost.
That's not like a double IPA. That's like a quadruple.
If you got like a 4% beer, this would be like 4 beers in one.
Yeah, if not more so, right?
Right. That'd be like drinking 4 beers.
Right? I must say, I am anticipating this. This one can by itself at Capone's cost $11. Just so you know. Can't imagine what case of this costs. If they even sell by the
it's just like the one place I went to go get some Founders CVS. They costed $30. CBS, which means Canadian Breakfast Stout.
Right.
They were selling it one place for $30, and I went to another place and they sell it for $24.50,
which is much more reasonable.
Yeah, so
makes you wonder. And you know what's weird is the Acme Food Markets being a bigger chain, you think they wouldn't want to mark it up so much, but they're just like, nope, sorry, we're gonna this is gonna sell no matter what price we put on it, so we're gonna make some money on it.
No, what I found to see BS was from another distributor, not a Acme or Giant or
right. Well, I saw it at Acme for $30.
You did?
Yeah.
They had it at Acme.
They still do.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I was just like, yeah, I'm not paying $30 for one bottle. Says the guy who spent $11 on one can. But anyway.
Yeah, you know, when I went to go get your bottle, which we were supposed to split.
We did.
No.
I gave you $25.
Yeah, that was for one bottle.
Okay, so you got one bottle for $25. I got one bottle for $25. I split it.
We were gonna buy one bottle and split the bottle, and then the guy said to me, "Hey, do you want one too? And I said, okay.
So you ball bottle, I ball bottle.
Yeah, but we were supposed to split one bottle. I mean, we were supposed to split the 24.50. Instead, you bought a whole bottle for yourself, which we already drank, and I have one at my house that we have yet to drink at my house that I paid $25 for.
So we each paid half.
No, because I think we're gonna. My whole half thing was one bottle, not two.
Your whole half.
Because I didn't know he was gonna have another bottle.
Okay.
He just said to me, "Dave, do you want one too?" And I said, "Well."
Right, but if you add two together and divide it by two, it's one, so each paid half.
Okay, so you want to consider that we're buying two bottles instead of one?
Didn't we?
Yes.
Okay. Well, getting back to the color, math is not Dave's strong suit.
No, it is.
This
my
is
strong point.
like a foggy orange point. Ugh. Division.
Well, we drank that bottle already. See, I could go home and drink that now by myself. You wouldn't get any.
Well, then you're.
And then we didn't do the halfers, did we now?
I gave you half of mine. I'm a generous person.
You're somebody.
So this is pretty foggy, Dave. I can't see through this with the light behind it, but it is like a orangey kind of
Can
a
you see
tan
bubbles?
kind of color. I don't see any bubbles coming up. It's too foggy for that.
Can't. Bubbles. It still has some fun.
Ooh, what is that smell?
It's called booze.
Yeah, well, aside from that,
It's called booze.
doesn't it smell a little bit like floor polish?
No, it smells like booze.
It's a little citrusy.
Dude, I drink booze all the time. This tastes like booze.
Yes, as we can tell.
You can? I'm in very good shape for someone with
It's
booze
malty.
on the brain.
Yeah, it's got a very sort of a polishy smell to it, but interesting. Cheers, everybody. Maybe it's the booze.
It's the booze, Jim.
Hello.
I told you it's the booze.
When you get to be my age, Sonny, you don't drink booze like this every day.
If we did, we wouldn't be around a long time. We'd be broke.
This beer makes me make strange noises.
I think there's even twin people. They got some good stuff.
Dave, that's very flavorful.
It's a whole lot of booze.
Well, I suppose that's not the only flavor component. Want me to turn that back on again? There you go.
No, you can do it if you want. It's just like
Well, that is very flavorful. Wow.
Imperial Simcoe Slacker. Yep, booze.
That's like super sweet citrus.
That's like stale citrus. That's like a stale orange citrus.
Yeah, it's an odd citrus, I'll grant you that. With a very interesting malt backbone that is just, it's like, hey, let's throw more malt in. Hey, let's throw more hops in. Hey, let's throw some more malt in.
Let's throw some
Let's
more
do
booze in here.
Well, there's some heat on the back end, but it's not an overpowering heat. It's not like a.
Oh,
it's not like,
overpowering.
I don't know about that.
Oh, it's overpowering. Because you know what? If this was like a beer with as much alcohol content as it did, I wouldn't be drinking it.
You don't like the flavor?
Not so much, no. Because like it tastes like an orange peel. Yeah, like an orange peel.
Well, a very sweet orange peel.
One for it's not an overtone or an undertone. It's an overtone or something.
It's almost like it has.
It's got a lot of alcohol in it, so I'm not saying no.
Well, the sweetness is very interesting in that it's almost like they added lactose.
I mean,
but
wouldn't you be
I don't
like,
think they ever added lactose to it.
would you like me to go like this?
I'm sure.
You wouldn't be like, you'd be falling asleep in the next half hour.
I'll risk it.
No, it's okay. I must help you. And I will drink that high alcohol beer. But, yeah, I'm not too much. I don't like the aftertaste either.
Yeah, well, it's interesting.
It's just the booze. It's the booze.
It's almost got a slight sourness to it.
It does. I'm still tasting the back end of this.
Yeah.
I don't like it too much.
It's almost like there's a.
It's not as bad. I actually ate
So I get the beer
the orange peel, a little piece of orange peel once, just to see what it was like. And it wasn't as bad as this.
Well, some people is kind
I mean,
of.
it was worse than this. I mean,
Well,
okay, it was worse than this.
I know there's
So this
sometimes
isn't as bad.
when the orange has been prepared for my son, they left a little bit of the zest on there, supposedly saying that that's actually healthy to eat too. I don't know if that's true or not, but yeah, that's
Booze. Booze. Booze.
Well, yeah, don't know.
Booze.
Unique. It's certainly unique.
Booze. I give it a 7.5.
Yeah, it's very tough to rate, but wow. Well, it's definitely not one you could slam. I'll tell you that.
Would
much.
I buy this? Hell no.
Hey,
It ain't worth the amount of money for one damn bottle of this thing, man. No way.
I don't know. I think you have one of these, you're one and done.
No, yeah, 2 of these would be one and done.
Because like you have a
2 and done.
6-pack, you get about as much beer.
They wouldn't sell
as
this.
I
They sell
suppose.
this in a 4-pack, if anything. They wouldn't sell this in a 6-pack. You ever notice the really good beers? They don't sell in 6-packs. They only sell in 4-packs.
No, that's probably the whole alcohol by volume thing.
Well,
I'm just saying, if you bought a 6-pack, it might be the same amount of alcohol as this altogether, depending on the
Well,
beer.
yes, that's true.
So the price would actually save you $1.
I mean, this is actually like a whole 6-pack of Yingling Black and Tan or something, okay?
Right.
Something like that, you know?
And price-wise.
Price-wise, no. Price-wise, I'm talking about, okay. You know what? Listen, you can buy a 12-pack of Yingling Black and Tan for $12. $11.50. You buy one can for how much? $17? 11? There you go. One beer or 12. I'd rather have 12 Yingling Black and Tans than this.
Are you saying they sell a 12-pack for $12?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'd rather have 12 Black and Tans than one of these.
Well, I sort of protest Yingling these days. So
I know you would know. Okay, let's talk about Dennis.
You are a showman.
I don't know. What else would there be?
Well, the flavor of this is very, very intense.
I can't say I'd rather drink a Miller or anything like that. That'd be like $12
yeah,
too.
Apples and oranges, you know. It's all good.
Nothing else that they like really sell that's like, you know.
Well, all right. Well, let's shelve that topic for a moment.
That's just one.
What would this pair with if you were eating something? What would you want to... If you were going to be eating, I don't care if it's dessert or main course or appetizer, what do you think this would pair well with?
Something chocolatey.
Really?
Mousse.
That's an interesting choice.
To get rid of the tones of this thing. To have some kind of good... I mean, because if I had something like chicken, it wouldn't really bring out this bad taste.
Well, you know, it's interesting you mentioned that because I had one of the variants of the 2018 Bourbon County, and one of them was like a chocolate orangey kind of a thing. So this is so intense with the citrus flavor, almost orangey, that I would think the chocolate would probably actually be a good addition to that. So good call, Dave. I think I agree with you there.
Orange.
The other thing I was thinking is maybe some orange chicken. It'd be complimentary. Yeah, in a Chinese restaurant. But wow, well, we talked about this great deal. It's 12:28 right now. Okay, woo. The flavor is so intense. And I almost want to squint whenever I do it because
No.
So I gotta think that that's not necessarily a good thing. They obviously
Orange peel.
a lot of malts to get the ABV, but also a lot of hops to get the citrus. I'd be curious if they just backed off on the hops a little bit, or maybe did a different one that wasn't quite so
Got rid
citrusy.
of the citrusy part.
Yeah, the super citrusy. Very interesting. Almost like an orange zest. You're right. A number. Well, flavor-wise, yeah, not crazy about the aftertaste.
Still got it.
Yeah.
Still flowing in my mouth there. One for the alcohol.
Don't get me wrong. Love the alcohol part, and that part's just like, ooh, nice.
It's still buzz.
But, yeah,
I
what'd you
got
give it?
the
7.5?
7.5.
I think you're being generous, actually. I think I'm going to have to... Flavor-wise, I think I got to give this a 6.5. I mean...
I give usually anything with over like 10% ABV. I give like a 7 automatically.
Well, yeah.
Because I'm not going to not drink anything with a whole lot of alcohol because, you know, I'm an alcoholic, right? But really, I don't want to waste the money either.
Right.
You spent a lot of money on that one can.
I did. It's like I gave you $5.50 right now.
Yeah, I know. We own $5.50.
I
give
think
you $2 for a $5 today.
Well, unfortunately, I don't necessarily give bonuses for a high alcohol content, tempting as that might be.
I do.
It is an intense flavor, but that doesn't necessarily translate into a higher calling. So I'm going to give this 6.5. And since we're running out of time here, I've just been struggling over this. I want to give it higher, but yeah,
Please,
sorry.
if
6.5
you're-
out of 10 for me, 7.5 from Dave. Listen, women are pregnant should not drink alcoholic beverages due to the risk of birth defects. You should not operate heavy machinery or drive a car if you're under the influence of alcohol. And of course, excessive drinking can cause health problems. And the reason we're trying different beers is we believe that you should drink great beers.
And have a laughing to your friends.
Be our friends, subscribe to our channel, give us thumbs up, thumbs down, comment below, and all the good stuff like that there. Thank you very much for watching the Jimm and Dave beer review. This has been a privilege to do this for you. Thanks, everybody. Catch you later. I got to turn off this thing before we hit 15.
Hasta luego.
Oof. That's going to be fun editing down. See you, Dave.